Okay, this was the exercise that you were supposed to do. Now you need to sketch the graph of bottom if graph, testing if, and how will you find the x-intercept? By putting the numerator equal to 0, that is x minus 6. So when you put x minus 6 equal to 0, you get 6. Positive 6, x is 6, so answer will be 6 comma 0. To find y-intercept in place of x in the whole equation, use the whole equation and put 0 in place of x, the answer you'll get is 1. So your y-intercept will be 0 comma 1. To find the asymptotes, now for bottom heavy function, the as I said earlier, there will be vertical asymptote and horizontal asymptote. Vertical asymptote, you will be putting denominator equal to 0. So x minus 2, put it equal to 0. You will get 2. X plus 3, put it equal to 0. You will get negative 3. And then horizontal asymptote for bottom function equal to 0, y equal to 0. Okay, to sketch the graph, now you can see this is the graph that is made, that we came up with after finding all the x-intercepts, y-intercept, and the asymptotes. Now, how we made this graph, how we drew this graph? For example, the x-intercept is 6, 0, right? So you can see I have highlighted at 6, right? X value of 6. This is the coordinate. This is the point where I will put 6 comma 0, right? And then the y-intercept is 1, right? So it is here 1. So this is 0 comma 1. And then vertical asymptote is x equal to 2 and x equal to negative 3. So that's what I have done. Right? So let me show you. Right. So these are two vertical asymptotes, x equal to 2 and x equal to negative 3. Now the horizontal asymptote is y is equal to 0. So this is the line. This is the line y is equal to 0. This one. Right. So we don't have to put a dotted line because this is the x-axis. Okay. So this is how you came up with the graph. The graph will, one graph will go through the y-intercept and go up. Another graph will go up like this through the x-intercept, and then it will go up and tend somewhere up around here and go down, and then go parallel to the x-axis. Why parallel to the x-axis? Because this x-axis is the horizontal asymptote. That's why you don't go straight up, right? You just go up, tend, and come down and go parallel to this one. Why? Because this is the asymptote, right? And the third graph you can draw it here. Okay, how we got this third graph? Using the values that is here, right? We have chosen these values, negative 3, 2, 6, right? When you put since this is negative 3, when you put negative 4 in place of x in the whole equation, you will get a negative answer. That's why the graph is down here, right? You are getting a negative answer. If you'll get a positive answer, then the graph will come up here, right? But since it is negative, it is down here, right? So this was on bottom E function. I think most of you understood. Some of you made some errors. So now you can clarify. It is clarified that whatever errors you have made, even the answer is already uploaded on the website. You can cross check. Now let's the next one, which is top heavy function, the last step. Now let me just discuss the steps. It says when the numerator of the rational function is a higher degree than denominator, it is called the top heavy function. And to sketch its graph, follow the following steps. First one, to find x-intercept, you equate the numerator equal to 0 and write the answer as coordinates. Then to find y-intercept, by letting, that means replace all x with 0 and calculate the value. That means similar, all similar. To find the x and y-intercept, it's similar for all the functions, right? X-intercept, you put numerator equals to y-intercept, you replace the x with 0, use the whole equation, and you'll get the y-intercept. And to find the vertical asymptote, denominator equal to 0. Again, vertical asymptote is same. All the three types of function. Only difference is this one, right? For top-heavy function, there will be no horizontal asymptote, right? It will have an oblique asymptote. Oblique means a slant line, not a vertical, not a horizontal, but a slant line, right? So by dividing the numerator by the denominator and disregard the remainder, so you have to do long division, right? Long division, and then you just disregard. If there is a remainder left after long division, disregard the remainder and use the equation that you get to find the x and y-intercept of the oblique asymptote. So don't worry, I'll go over the example, then you'll be able to understand. And then, as we always do, use the number line to find the x values in ascending order, determine the behavior of the graph. Okay. And then finally, you sketch the graph. Okay, so let me show you one example. The rational function, and it is a top heavy function. Why we are saying it's top heavy? Because the power of x in the numerator is 2. You can see it's x squared, right? It's x squared. In the denominator is x only, so the power of x is 1 here. So top is heavy, right? That's why it is called top heavy. Now to find the x-intercept, same step, put the numerator equal to 0, right? So when you put numerator equal to 0, x squared is equal to 0, you'll get 0. So you'll get 0 comma 0. Now to find y-intercept, you put in place of x, you put 0, use the whole equation. So 0 squared over 0 minus 1, right? So 0 squared, 0 minus 1 is negative 1, and 0 divided by negative 1 is 0. So you'll get 0 comma 0. So you can see x-intercept and y-intercept both are 0 comma 0. Okay, to find the asymptotes, to find the vertical asymptote, you put the denominator equal to 0. So x minus 1, you put it equal to 0, the denominator is x minus 1, you get 1. Now the oblique asymptote, long division. So this is something we've done last year in year 12. Now let me go by this again. Right? To find the oblique asymptote, you just do the long division. That means whatever is in the numerator, x squared here, it will come under the division sign, right? Here it's x squared, right? Then x squared divided by x minus 1. Why plus 0 means nothing? That means nothing is there, so that we can do the calculations here. Now, how we go about finding the answer here, how we go about doing the long division, let me show you. Okay, first what you do, you choose a value, that will multiply with this x to give you x squared, right? Now the value we found was x times x is x squared, so I place it there, right? I hope you're getting it. X times x is x squared, right? Now what do? You use the same x value that you got up here, right, and multiply with -1 to get this answer, right? So let me show you. X times -1 is negative x, right? Let me show you again. -1 is negative x. Okay, so then once you are done with that, you rule a line, right? Rule a line across here, put a negative sign, that means minus, and then you subtract this, right? First one will be x squared minus x squared, so it will be x squared minus x squared. X squared minus x squared is 0, so I have not written 0 here. See, 0 is out, right? It's 0, no use writing 0, right? Next one is subtract 0 minus x, right? 0 minus minus x. What is 0 minus minus x? It's positive x. Okay? So that's why positive x is here, is positive x. Now, why apply a right hand plus 0? To help us find the next answers. Okay? Plus 0 means nothing. Now, next step, once you are done with that, next step, choose a value that will multiply with x to give you this x, right? So what times x will give you x? So the answer we're getting is positive 1. Sorry, positive 1 times x is x. See, let me show you. Positive 1 times x is x, right? 1 times x is x. Now use the same one that you got here and multiply with this negative 1. So 1 times negative 1 is, you'll get negative 1 here. Let me show you. 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. Once you're done with that, you subtract. Right? Put a minus sign in front and subtract. When you subtract, x minus x will be 0. And then 0 minus minus 1, right? X minus x is 0. See, I have not written 0. And 0 minus minus 1 is positive 1. Now you can see the one that you get, that is the remainder. This is your remainder. So we don't have to worry about the remainder because we just had to use this x plus 1. This is the answer we got. Right? There is no other number that you can multiply with x to give you 1 here. So this becomes the remainder. We have got x plus 1. We'll be using x plus 1 to find the oblique asymptote. Now, so this is what we have done here. Right? I have used y is equal to x plus 1, this x plus 1, to find the oblique asymptote. Now, this is just an equation of a straight line. To find x-intercept, put y is equal to 0. To find y-intercept, put x equal to 0. So that's what it is done here. X-intercept, y equal to 0. In place of y, put 0. 0 is equal to x plus 1. Minus 1 both sides, x will be negative 1. So negative 1 comma 0. Y-intercept, same thing. Put x equal to 0. You'll get positive 1. So 0 comma 1. Right? I think in the worksheet that was given to you, right, there was a mistake. It was y is equal to negative 1 and here was 0 comma negative 1, right? So that was a typing error, right? Please forward that. Now once you're done with this, then we'll plot the graph, sketch the graph. Remember, we'll be putting these two points and then we'll draw the oblique asymptote. So let's see. Now this is the graph we got, right? Now let me show you which point is where. Okay, this is the x-intercept. Remember, x-intercept was 0 comma 0. Also the y-intercept was 0 comma 0. So the same point will be y-intercept also, right? This is the x-intercept and y-intercept both, right? So now you don't have to put any other point here, right? There's one point, right? 0 comma 0 is x-intercept, 0 comma 0 is y-intercept. Now next one is the vertical asymptote. Now vertical asymptote was x equal to 1. So this is what we got, the dotted line across term. Now oblique asymptote, right? Why you do it here? Because our x-intercept was negative 1 comma 0, y-intercept was 0 comma 1, right? So x-intercept was negative 1 comma 0, so I plotted here, and then y-intercept 0 comma 1. After doing that, you just join the points and draw the oblique asymptote. It's simple. Once you are done with that, then you just sketch the graph. This is how the graph, bottom graph will look like, and then draw a graph opposite to this one up here, right? Or if you don't know where to draw the graph, you just use this number line, right? The number line says when the answer is when you put the x value, since 0 is here, of negative 1 in place of x, right? you'll get a negative answer, right? So when it's negative 1, you're getting a negative answer. Right? That means your graph will be down here, right, below. Okay? For example, if you're putting 0, and if you're putting half, right? If you put half, you'll get a positive answer. Right? If you put 2, you'll get a positive answer. That means the graph will be up here. Right? Sorry, when you put the half, you get a negative answer. When you put more than 1, 2, 3, or 4, you're getting a positive answer. That's why the graph is up here. You don't draw the graph here. Right? It will always opposite the other graph. Right? I hope you people have understood whatever I was telling you people, teaching you people. Now, if you have not understood, I have a video for you people. The only thing that you might not have understood is the long division. I know some of you must have forgotten, right, from last year. So just let me show you one video. Remember, this is the exercise that you have to do, right? I'm very grateful to see 2 students have sent me the answers. I think Neha and Kushalni. Thanks to Kushalni, Neha, there were some mistakes. And please check to see if you are able to do it again and resend to me. No problem, I'll mark again. And others, please try answering and sending it to me as soon as possible. Now, please see this video so that you understand about how to do the long division.
Squared minus 2x plus 1 being divided by x plus 3. Okay, so we're going to set this up. We've got x plus 3 is going into x squared minus 2x plus 1. Okay, what you want to do is you want to see, like, how many times does x go into x squared? Okay, or you can think about working backwards. You could say, what times x is x squared? You want to try to match this first term, because when you subtract first term, so that's going to be x, and then what you're going to do is you're going to distribute x times x is x squared, x times 3 is 3x, and then what you want to do is you want to subtract. Now, what a lot of teachers will teach and a lot of students will do is they'll change the signs to the opposite, and then they'll add, because subtraction is just like adding the opposite. So you can see that these cancel, and we get negative 5x plus 1. Okay, so now we have to say, okay, what times x is negative 5x? Or you can say, how many times does x go into negative 5x? Or what's negative 5x divided by x? Well, that's going to be negative 5. And we're going to distribute the negative 5 for both these terms. So that gives us negative 5x minus 15. I'm going to change the signs to the opposite. I'm going to add. So that comes out to 16. Now, see how 16 is the 0th degree? It's just a constant. This is the first degree, x to the first. This is a degree than this. So this is our remainder. So,
right, I hope you people understood. And if you still didn't understand, please take help of YouTube. There are a lot of videos out there on these concepts. And you can just type long division or binomial, not binomial, sorry, sketching rational graphs, and you'll be able to find videos on related videos on that.